this 1212 portal is going to be like no other for us resonating with this energy of the 1212 portal. And just know that there are a lot of activations that are happening in this 1212 portal, and that it is specifically around your 12 chakra system. Okay, so the first message that's coming through for you is that the 12 chakra system is what's actually starting to integrate for you during this portal and throughout this cycle till the next 1212 portal in 2026. So your entire energetic architecture is expanding during this period into this layer of a multi-dimensional functioning that you've probably never actually lived through before in this era of human collective. And this is a whole new octave, even if we have lived through this kind of level of activation in different lifetimes here on earth. And it's also this new operating system unlocking inside you. And obviously this is going to open and give you access to guidance and intuition and soul memory and inner, even like these inner navigation system, in a way that your old level of living and bandwidth just would not be able to have it within them or be able to hold it, right? And the 12 chakra system actually includes the Earth Star, the Soul Star, the causal, and the Stellar Gateway, and also the Galactic Center, Energy Center, added on top of the original 7 centers. And all of those higher and lower chakras are beginning now to collaborate with your physical body. And this is what this portal is basically allowing you access of, to be able to integrate all of these 12 energy centers in a very harmonious way, okay? And also, all of these lower and higher chakras are going to be able to work in such a way that creates a more stable, more upgraded version of you. And also what's coming through is that you're not just experiencing this individually, right? Because this is happening on a collective level too. And just like 2020 had that, the global spiritual awakening, or just an awakening wave, an ascension wave, and even the 2012 activation that happened, which kind of activated a huge consciousness shift worldwide. This portal marks another one of those collective frequency jumps, but it will not be reflected right away in the physical level. It is going to happen in an energetic system, in our 12 chakra system. It's like that level of energetic jump that we're talking about through this portal, because of the fact that also we have 27 here on this card, which is reducing to number 9, which is the universal year of 2025. And number 9 and number 12 both are a template of completion and cycles closing, and also transforming and opening up the new ones, especially being collaborated with the number 12, right? So the difference between all of those frequency jumps that you've done and all of those frequency jumps the collective has gone through, now it's just the fact that specifically for you, the integration now that's coming in is designed to sync all of these 12 chakras into harmony, and not just as this concept and this knowledge that we gain, but as an actual lived state where your intuition, your body, your emotions, and your higher centers, they're all finally lining up instead of just being pulled in different directions and being fragmented, right? So especially for the people, like I said earlier, tuning into this transmission, the shift, this is happening around this time and throughout this new cycle, or this cycle till the next 12/12. This is going to be subtle at first when you experience this 12/12 portal right now, but the more you get into this portal and the more it gets you activated, it's not going to be subtle at all. It's going to be a complete synchronization of your expanded system with the timeline that you're stepping into next in this physical reality. Because let me tell you again, when this collective ascension wave also hits, and there's this jump in the collective hive mind, or this collective group consciousness, then what happens, it just unlocks many opportunities, many ways of living, being, thinking for the individuals as well, right? Because it's opening up in a collective level. So then now there's like specific ecosystem built for you to utilize these gifts and these activations that are happening with the collective. You're not going to just experiencing it, or you're not going to just be experiencing it by yourself, but everybody's going to be able to utilize it. And it's like you are going to be able to serve your purpose, because imagine like this, like if YouTube didn't have the ecosystem built around it, YouTube wouldn't be YouTube, right? So it had to have Wi-Fi built in already. The collective had to be ready for this level of information to come in. The collective had to be open to getting information from videos from different kinds of people, right? All of these ecosystem had to be built: technical, energetic, physical, social, governmental, right? All of these legal things also had to happen for that to be built and the collective to be ready. So it's almost like your gifts now are being put in certain situations where the ecosystem has already been built. And because the collective is also energetically jumping as we're moving into this next cycle, especially in 2026 to 2030, it's like your gifts will finally be given the value and given your body will be able to utilize all of these energy system that has been activating within you. You know what I mean? So also with the influence card is where I got the YouTube example. I just forgot to mention and show this card, but it's almost making me think that there's a level of impact that you're going to start having in the collective, which again is going to be just valued more because they're going to be able to receive it, because they're open for this timeline, and there's certain ecosystem now that is built that now you're going to actually be able to utilize it, and they just weren't really open until now. But because of this 12-12 energetic jump and portal activating the collective and individual, you're going to be able to use it and it will actually be valued. And especially for the ones that are more creative, but creative even when it comes to analytical or logical things, you bring in different multidimensional perspective, but people were not able to look at it in a way, or it wasn't as valued, but now it's going to be, and it's going to influence and impact the collective. Okay. And then we have joy, love. So also this is going to bring in more of what the collective needs, right? So it's going to bring in the harmony, the joy, and also a level of harmony within the cycles itself of transformation through all of these activations that are happening. So it's like, what I'm trying to say, actually, we have the card determination right here. And then we also have diligence at the bottom of the deck. And we have the transformation that wanted to be seen. So basically, also with the diligence, I love the art there. But basically, like your art, your influence of how you do life and how you even live, right? How you are so determined for your higher practices to bring in these multidimensional perspectives, they are going to be valued even more. The way you live, the way you want to create life, the way you want to live life, the way you want the earth to be in this harmonious way of living, that is all going to be valued. You know, a lot of them could be so far they just weren't really valued. They were looked at as something that was so irrational that would only happen if you were to make a movie about it. And even though there would be a movie about it, it's like the most like irrational and the most useless thing. Sometimes that's what they think about the energetic work, right? There are some people that actually think energetic work is pretty useless. And what's happening is, again, that collective bandwidth is opening. So the collective is not going to be thinking in that way. They're not going to think of those work as useless or as something that is not valuable. So that determination, even throughout all of this time where you've been determined to do that for yourself, you've been using these energetic system for yourself, and you've been determined to show the other people or let them know that this is helpful. All of this even is going to be valued, right? So maybe you've been doing that in the subtle realms or in subtle ways, but now it's just going to be activated in such a way where it's like, even if you do it in subtle ways, people will be able to grasp on your energy and the morphogenetic field that you are connected to, and the codes that you're emanating just by being in the frequency of it. That all of that is going to be valued because it's just being felt. Because like I said, the collective bandwidth is expanding, so now their intuition is going to be on point, and then they're going to realize, oh, you are the real deal all this way, right? So yeah, that is a message that's coming through. So 1212 is especially important for the collective tuning into this reading, because it's like they're telling you, if there's some kind of work that you've been doing, if there's some kind of art or something that you've been working on, don't give up on it. It's like you were ahead of your time, or you were ahead of the time and ahead of the collective in a sense, and you were trying to bring in something the collective wasn't ready for. So this is a confirmation message that now the collective is going to be ready after this portal activation. So don't give up, keep going, or don't think that this is not going to be valuable, because the collective is opening up to receive this. So it's going to have a lot of value use, that it will bring and influence the whole collective in such a way that is going to be very impactful, okay? And it's going to open up the bandwidth even more and align the collective's 12 chakras as well. Then we have King of Pentacles. Exactly. Look at this. 8 of Pentacles and King of Pentacles is what we have coming through. So not only is it going to be something so fulfilling, satisfying in a emotional level, but also in a financial level. This is going to be so satisfying. And the more you have these energies coming in, the more resources are going to be coming in, the more people are going to be willing to pay you to bring in your value, to bring in your perspective, to bring in your multidimensional perspective that you have been integrating so far. And specifically around this time, from this 12/12 portal of 2025 then to the next portal of 12/12 2026, these gifts are going to be heightened for you to be able to use it in such a way that you master it and you'll be able to teach it to other people. So keep going and keep practicing, and also keep showing up to what you've been doing, and really push yourself to be seen and to be visible, because the old pattern of you thinking people are not going to receive my gifts in the way that it's meant to be received, or it's not going to be as valued because people are just not understanding what I'm bringing in, that pattern and that paradigm no longer exists after this 12/12 portal timeline. Okay, so you have to step in it and claim this energy and basically step into it knowing that there are a whole collective, the global collective of Earth is opening up to receive this gift that you have, and to truly be able to monetize on this gift as well. Because, and monetizing not in a shallow way, this is like you being able to reflect that frequency of giving and receiving, the cause of, or the law of cause and effect, in such a higher bandwidth right after you integrate this 12 chakras, that you're able to literally like penetrate a whole new bandwidth of even connecting with money, and how you bring in value with money, and then how you create money or how you earn money, and this vicious cycle of creating, earning, spending, exchanging frequencies, and why you, or how you use the currency or the frequency of money itself. Like all of this is going to be penetrated into the collective's morphogenetic fields because of how you are operating. So you doing what you do and you bringing to the table what you do bring to the table is not only going to be subtle in ways of just impacting the collective, but it's literally going to shift and rearrange the morphogenetic fields on how they relate to working, to how they relate to earning money, and how they relate to joy and earning money, and how they correlate together, right? So yeah, this is pretty complex, but I hope I did a pretty good job explaining it, because there's so much activations and frequencies and transmission coming through. But this is the reading for the 12/12 portal. I hope this made sense for you. Please let me know if it did or not, and let me know what intuitive messages that you're getting around this portal, or what this portal is really bringing to the collective and for us individually as well. And yeah, thank you so much for letting me be of service to you, and now I will see you in another reading. Namaste.